Welcome to the Well Woman podcast, where we hope this is a refreshing for your soul. In today's special edition, I am so happy to have my niece, Alana Hymes, with me. How are you, Alana?
I'm doing good. How are you, Titi?
I'm doing good, baby. It's good to see you. You look so cute.
I get it from my Titi.
Yes, that's it. Well, as I strive to model behavior and make wellness a lifestyle for so many other women, for me, it all starts at home first. So for your whole life, I've been talking to you about prioritizing self and making wellness as a lifestyle. So tell me a little bit about what that even means to you, Elena.
To me, wellness as a lifestyle means that, okay, I want to start off by saying wellness for people is very different. Like, I cannot sleep for me to rest because my brain is constantly going all the time. So for me, resting is like when my aunt took me to the aquarium, that was resting for me because my brain got a break from school and work and all that I do in the day and stuff like journaling and praying, that is rest to me.
Oh, I love that. So you mentioned that your brain works a lot. And so it's important that people know a little bit about you. You want to tell us a little bit about Elena and the things that you do?
Yes, ma'am, I will. Okay. So I am a high school senior and I do dual enrollment at Jackson State Community College, which I'm predominantly at all the time.
Yes.
And it could be very frustrating sometimes because there's literally nobody my age in my classes at all. Like, it's people your age, and I
Well,
have.
I don't think they my age, though,
Okay,
baby, because
Titi, you know
I remember I just look young, but no, they not my age. They're younger, baby.
No,
They just older than you, though.
I'm serious.
What classes, though, girl? What classes we talking about?
I've taken statistics, calculus, finite math. I've taken medical law. I've taken anatomy and physiology. I've taken psychology and many other courses.
That's right. So Elena's in dual enrollment. So when she graduates in the spring of 2025, what? Yes, she will also have her associate's degree and she will enter college next fall as a junior. Give it up. That's how we doing it. Okay. Yes. And so you also have other extracurricular activities that you do. Tell us about those.
I am in my high school choir. I'm in our honor choir.
What do
I'm
you
a
sing?
cheerleader.
Alto, soprano, what?
I'm a soprano too.
That's right, girl, because you got range.
Yes, indeed.
And what else?
I am a cheerleader, a varsity cheerleader, and I run track. And
Yeah, okay.
I used to play volleyball, but not anymore.
That's right. You don't play volleyball anymore. It's only so many hours in the day. So I know that you were very passionate about your academics. I know that you were really passionate about your extracurricular activities, but there are other passions that you have, like your family and your faith. Can you talk to us a little bit about those things?
First, I'm going to start with my family. My family is so very important to me. Like, I would love to for us to go on like a family vacation so we could have a new experience together. But I want to start like with my grandmother who recently passed this year. I loved my grandmother and I knew my grandmother loved me. And me and her would show our affection in different ways. Like, she would just randomly call me and so she would just make me so happy. Like, she would ask me how my day was going, and then she'll ask me like how I did on an assignment. Then I'd be like, I did good, I got an A. And then she would do her little scream that she did. And it would just light up my whole day. Like, it would just really excite me.
Yeah, mama was good stuff.
Very. And when she would call me, sometimes she would ask me to just do random things, like rearrange her closet because let me tell you something.
We know, girl.
She got like 3 closets, and I reorganized every last one because that's just my grandma, and I would do anything for her.
Oh.
And I just love my family. I wish like me and my family could communicate more because a lot of us don't really know how to communicate our emotions very well. So sometimes it could really go far, like as to us not understanding each other very well and how we want to be treated and how we want to be loved.
That's so good. I think I'm always impressed as a young woman about how intentional you are about communicating and articulating your feelings and your needs, right? And so what would you say to other young people who are similarly situated, who are trying to, in families that don't traditionally know how to communicate their feelings? They just think they show love. Can you share with us some of the things that you have used with in your family to talk about, to get communication to be better?
At first, my family was kind of stubborn. I
Mm-hmm.
have a mom and a dad and just one sister. Um, I broke it down into just having deep conversations with each individual so they could understand me on another level
Mm-hmm.
and where I was coming from, because it was at a certain point where my family think like they thought that I was a very distant person
Mm-hmm.
and that like I didn't want to be around them and stuff like that, and they would just take it the wrong way, like, oh, she's in a room, she shut off and all that. And it's really not that. It's a lot going on in my day, and I would really love for us to spend time with each other, but sometimes you don't feel like speaking to somebody because you may have had a really rough day.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I do make time for my family, but it's just in certain instances where like I could just be really drained and I want to give you my energy.
You want to
In
give people
order
your
for
best.
me to be my 100% for you, I have to do what I need to do for Elena.
That's self care. So then, how did you articulate to them that you're going to take care of yourself, but you also want to spend time with them too? Can you share with us a little bit about how maybe one of those conversations went without revealing too much?
Basically with my mom, which was the hardest conversation because
Okay. Uh huh.
I love my mom, but me and her have to work on our communication. Like we had to really actually work at it
Mm-hmm.
every day.
Okay.
Me and my mom, we would do things like going to work out together,
Mm-hmm.
and that was really different for my mom because like I would go with her when I was younger, but we started back like now that I'm older and
Uh-huh.
everything, and it's like I get to understand her in like what she wants and how she wants it and how she wants to be loved and what she needs from me as her child.
Oh, so what you did was you introduced the conversation about your needs, but you also were receptive to listening to what she needed.
Yes, ma'am.
That's so interesting. And how old are you again, Elena?
I'm 17.
You're 17. It's important for us to remember this as women, regardless of your age, whether you're a young woman developing, whether you are a seasoned woman, a mature woman, is you've got to use your words. We oftentimes as women think people should just know or be intuitive because we just know. But the truth is, people can't read your minds, and you will likely not get what you want or need if you cannot use your voice. You have to ask for what you want. You have to tell people what you need. And if you're not getting it, find a way to communicate that to them. And then also ask if you are meeting their needs. I love that your conversation was
That's
two-sided.
That's also a very great point that you made because a lot of people seem to think that other people could just read minds, as you previously stated, and it's really not like that. And you have to have a common ground, like your relationship has to be like 50-50.
Yeah.
So they can understand you. You want somebody to go the extra mile for you to understand you, but you're probably not doing that for the other person.
I love that. Thank you. So you talk to us about your family. Talk to us about your faith. I know that's really important to you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to start with like earlier this year. It was really hard because I was like, my grandmother, if y'all don't know, was my very best friend. Like, I spoke to my grandmother every day. And it was like, wow, like, God, come on, do something about this. This is my best friend. Like, no, this is not the time. I want her to see me graduate.
Yes.
I want her to see me get my first car. I want her to see me do all of the things. Like, I want her to be able to travel with me and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really had to conversate with God on another level and let him know, like, a lot of people are not really honest about their relationship with God. And I was like, I really had to explain to him like what about this bothered me.
Yeah.
Like my grandma, she was basically kind of like my therapist in a way,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like I would be losing that and I would feel like empty in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I was frustrated with God at a point. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to, I'm not going to say I didn't want to read my Bible, but I didn't read it as much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when I was at church, I just felt my mind just went blank, like I was just sitting there stuck in space or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like as time went on, like I got better at it, and God explained to me she was my child first. And that's what really
Wow,
hit
that's
me.
beautiful.
That's what
What
really
did he
hit
say
me,
to you?
that she was his child first.
Wow.
And that really hit me because then I felt like I was being selfish because he spent so many years away from his child.
Wow.
And it's like he's taking her home. So I had
Mhm.
to let my grandmother be at peace. And I was like, okay, I can do this because I have my family with me. I
Mhm.
have you and so many other things.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. And she loved you so much. She's talking about my mom, by the way, y'all. And so she did love you. And I know, listen, y'all talked every day. Yeah. I know, girl. That's why she couldn't talk to me every day. She was too busy talking to you. It's okay. So tell me, what can we, as older women, what do you think something you wish we would learn and know how to do to prepare people your age to really actually practice wellness as a lifestyle?
I would say, for instance, like not assuming. Like I want to say it from like a relationship standpoint with me and my mother, as I was communicating to you the other day. When my mom comes home from work and she'll see me napping or something like that, she'll start to fuss and be like, "I've been in the bed all day." When in reality, my mom has not been at home to see me yet, and everything. It's just things like that, like you could have communicated with me and I could have communicated with her, like if I had a long day,
Mm-hmm.
like just
So
standpoints
we
like
can
that.
listen more and we can
Yes,
ask more
definitely,
questions. Okay,
definitely.
so we need to listen more as older women who are dealing with young women. We need to ask questions. We need to not make assumptions about maybe what's going on in your life. What else can we do to help you really understand how to practice wellness as a lifestyle?
I would say just showing us how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot, like I had to search to figure out, like it wasn't taught to me how to calm down and relax. Like it wasn't taught to me. Like my mom, go 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 go. Like
Okay.
every woman in my life was go 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 all the time. Like I've never
Oh,
seen
some of
them
this
relax.
busyness, some of this booked and busy, which I used to be a victim of right early on in your life. I know it was only probably in the last 7 or 8 years that TT has been on this wellness as a lifestyle, right? Since God birthed TWS, the Total Woman Summit. So first of all, I want to apologize to you for that. I'm so sorry that I was a part of helping you believe that busyness was productivity. I want to apologize to you for making you think that self care wasn't important, because it is. And I want to acknowledge publicly to you that it is actually the most important thing, because you can't give anything your best or anyone your best until you give yourself your best. And no is an okay answer. Okay.
It was very hard to say. It's very hard to say no to people sometimes
Oh,
because
you
of the
have a
kind
people
of.
pleasing thing? Mm. Does that, how, where did that come from? Because you're 17.
I will honestly say is because I think that like a lot of people haven't, been treated nicely or
Mm-hmm.
well enough. So I want to make sure that they're getting that care with me, that
Oh,
comfort.
you want to treat people well. I noticed that about you. You see people and you see their needs and you want to make sure that they're okay and make sure they're well. But how do you plan to try to balance taking care of Elena while you're also seeing other people that you want to take care of?
And see, with that is a lot because
We're in process.
yes.
Okay. We're going to keep learning. One thing we're going to do is we're going to acknowledge God. And it's a reason why scripture says, seek him in all thy ways, right? And he will acknowledge your prayer. He will, right? Is because we should be asking even about the help that we want to do for other people. God, is there something you want me to do in this situation? How can I help them? How, right? Because he will tell you in a way that you're graced to do it so that you won't overextend and overcommit yourself. I paid for that lesson. I would like to pass it along to you so you don't also have to pay for it. Okay. And we'll keep talking about it in life. Is there anything in parting that you want to say to young ladies that are your age?
I would say don't give up on God. I would say give it a chance. Keep working at it. It takes a lot of patience because it's like you could think of it as a way like, God, this person is so and so far and I'm still back here. Comparison kills. Please don't compare yourself to others and your relationship with God to others. Don't ever do that. That is bad.
It's bad. That's
very.
right. Live your own life and run your own race. I
Yes,
love that for us. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us for this mini episode with our our young ladies of tomorrow who are going to be practicing and modeling behavior for wellness as a lifestyle. We'll see you on the next episode of the Well Woman Podcast.